Now that the season is underway, hydration is going to be critical. Make sure you're drinking a gallon of water every day. Every time you pass by a water fountain, you should be taking water. Okay, now when you're talking about cutting the water weight, that shouldn't happen until 2 days before the wrestling match if you're cutting weight. Okay, that should never happen on Monday, Tuesday. Or if you have a match on Friday, that should not be Monday and Tuesday. There should not be any water restriction intake at all. Not even close. And you see a lot of people make this mistake because they get scared, and it's really because they don't know what they're doing with managing their weight. But if your water intake is out, your mindset is going to be bad, your workouts are going to be worse. It all ties together. We have to be approaching this holistically. So it's got to be our mind, our body, our nutrition, our technique, everything. So make sure you're having at least a gallon of water every day. Anytime you pass by a water fountain, you should be drinking water. Like I said, 2 days before the match, that's when you start cutting the water. If you start cutting the water before, the emotion that you're feeling is fear. You're afraid that your weight is going to be too high, but that's just not the time to cut the water weight. You're trying to get good workouts in throughout the week. Okay, so if it is a fear thing, it's mindset. You have to work on your mindset because there's no reason to be cutting the water that early. You're going to need that energy to be ready to go, to be firing on all cylinders. So make sure you're drinking a lot of water. Like I said, as a wrestler, it's not unreasonable to say, and a gallon a day. I mean, if that's for most people, it should probably be even more. You can't be, look at it this way, you can't be too hydrated as a wrestler. Remember, it's like 8 to 10 ounces of water every 10 minutes of strenuous activity. So roughly, rough numbers there. So don't be depriving yourself of water. Drink a lot. Make sure you're ready to go. Mindset makes the difference.